Check, 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 check. Y'all give us a one in the chat if y'all can hear us, Baba Kashak. Star, which one? Wapin Yakodam in the turn and face the east. We get ready to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nathanlanawa, Lakham, Kau, Yawam, Wasalaknanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'ayanawa, Banasaya one, a ball. Hawashayana, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakut, Waha'ala, Wataparat, Lawalumyum, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, and forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the prayer for the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh, Baba Kashab, Nathalanau, Hakak, La Pa'a, Ka Makala, Waka Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamad Zarayim, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamatium, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama Allah, Lagar Shan, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, name me Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. Name me Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
This is the blessings for Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'alam, Wahabiyath, Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. What we just said in the English is Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us in Israel in the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, Ayunya, Ahahorium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ai, Izaria, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayasan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makaurai, Yashamar, Atnapaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'aid Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence come my help? My help comes from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. And this time forth, even evermore.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalakam, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'ayatazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidum, Magoya, Wala Aya Zakar, Sham Yasha'alam, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Ayatazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bariyath, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Westma'ayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa I'm a one. Wa I'm a lock. Palashath. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gum Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zerawai. Labanya Lawat. Selah. Aishalahum. Kamajim. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kiyabian. Banakal. Koyashwan. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayandara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatamwa. Nadiyamawa. Ka'irab. Wakazabah. Wakazabak. Wakatazal. Mana'ai. Kalnasayakama. Ashar. Amarawa. Nairashah. Lanawa. Ath. Na'awath. Alahayam. Alahaya. Shayatamwa. Kagogalo. Kakwash. Lapaya Rakha. Ka'ash. Taba'ira Ya'ira. Wakala Habab. Talahat. Hariyam. Kantaradatma. Basaya Rakha. Wabasa. Wapatka. Tabahalum. Mala'ah. Punyahum. Kuala One. Wayabakwashwa. Shumka. Yahawa. Yabashwa. Wayabahawa. Aija. Wayakapawa. Wayabadwa. Wayadawa. Kaya Ata. Shumka. Yahawa. Labatka. Al Yawan. Alcohol Rataza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off for being a nation. In the name of Yasha Allah, may be no more remembrance. They are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sarah, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished in Endor. It became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, like Zeheb, yea, all their princes, as Abah and as Amuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stone before the wind, as a fire burnt their wood, as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm, fill their face with shame. They may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth.
This is the prayer for the power of instruction, blessings in Israel and the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Miyaka Alam. Wa Alahayim. Batazabiyah. Alawap Yohanna. Ha Alawapim. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kozayoyim. Ha Koyoyoyim. Wa Agwatyam. Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shah. The water Aman.
In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, the angels, commanding during YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, name me Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Sorry, may the turn. Your shop, you may be seated, Baba Kashah. Check. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Brakathon to my brothers, Yahweh Shem Alathon by Shem Yahweh Shah to my sisters. We're the I.S.U.P.K, start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating under the leadership of Commander General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with no other Israelite group, Muslim, Mosque, Christian church. You understand? Whatever you have it out there. The I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we stand on our own toes, man. You understand? We've been bringing this truth out since 1969 that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Israelites of the Bible, man. You understand? It's the Sabbath service. We're going to be starting in the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 31. You understand? And we're going to be reading 7 series of 7 chapters. You understand? In the Hebrew and in the English. If you'd like to follow along, you can follow along in the Blue Letter Bible, man. You understand?
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 31, starting in the Hebrew. Awa, Bun, Yaga, Awa, Ba, Yaga, Kamasha, Pat, Hazah, Yahai, Yaisha, Lawa, verse 32, Ibad, Yaga, Hashawar, Awa, Ama, Pasak, Shalashigam, Shakwala Layum, Athan, La'a, Danyawa, Waha, Shawar, Wasapal, verse 33. Wakaya, Yapafa, Ayash, Bawar, Awa, Kaya, Yakara, Ayash, Bar, Wala'a, Yakasa, Nawa, Wanapal, Shema, Shawar, Awa, Kamawar, verse 34. Baal, Habawar, Yashalam, Kasa, Yasha, Yasha, Shalaki, Yasha, Yaba, Labai, Layawa, Lahama, Yahaya, Lawa, verse 35. Wakaya, Yagat, Shawar, Ayash, Shawar, Ahawa, Wama, Wama, Horawa, Hashawar, Hakaya, Waka, Tazawa, Kasapowa, Wagum, Hama, Haka, Tazawan, verse 36, Awa, Nawadai, Kaya, Shawar, Nagak, Hawa'a, Matha, Mawal, Shalasham, Wala'a, Yasha, Maranawa, Ba'ai, Layawa, Shalom, Yashalom, Shawar, Takat, Hashawar, Wahama, Yahaya, Lawa. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting in verse 1 in the Hebrew. Kaya, Yaganab. Yeah, you started 21. Went to the next verse. Salah. Went to the next verse.
Okay.
Kaya, Yaganab, Ayash, Shawar, Awa, Shah, Wata, Bakawa, Awa, Makawawa, Hamasha, Bakor, Yashalom, Taka, Hashawar, Wa'arabai, Taza'an, Taka, Hasha. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, starting at verse 31 in the English. Whether he gave Lord a son or have Lord a daughter, according to this judgment shall it be done unto him. Verse 32. If the ox shall push a manservant or a maidservant, he shall give unto their master 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. And if a man shall open a pit, or if a man shall dig a pit and not cover it, and an ox or asphalt therein. Verse 34. The owner of the pit shall make it good, and give money unto the owner of them, and the dead beast shall be his. Verse 35. And if one man's ox hurt another that died, then he shall sell the live ox and divide the money of it, and the dead ox also they shall divide. Verse 36. Or if it be known that the ox hath used to push in time past, and its owner hath not kept him in, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead shall be his own.
This Bible, man, is not only the greatest book on the face of the earth. This Bible teaches us how to live amongst each other, man. You understand? With rules, laws, fairness, justice. You understand? Only a damn fool in a sinner would disregard the laws in this Bible. It's so detailed and specific. It teaches us things that actually happen on everyday basis. You can substitute this bull with a pit bull, anything. How to deal with your brother, man. How to make things right. What's fair. You don't have to run to the damn so-called white man for every little disturbance. You don't got to call 911, the police, to handle matters that we should be able to handle ourselves in our communities. You understand? This Bible right here is what's going to take us to the next level, man. We got to get back into these damn records. These are civil disputes right here we're seeing, man. Things that you'll pay all this damn money to go to the white man for and still not get justice. And if you call the police, you might get a bullet in your tail by the time you get there. This is back in Exodus, man. This is what's being laid down for the children of Israel. We got to get back to this book, man, and start doing what the Most High God says for us to do. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 1 in English. A man shall steal an ox or a sheep and kill it or sell it. He shall restore 5 oxen for an ox.
5, man. You still want, you gonna pay back 5, man. There's a judgment given right here in the book. This is our guideline. You know, you go to the white man's court or schools, and you have to study for the bar, or you study law. You know, civil, federal, whatever type of law. But we'll come into this Bible and find out how to deal with your people, man. What's fair and what's not. Judge it based off what's laid down before us by our forefathers. That's justice, man. That's fair. And these laws right here aren't to destroy you. It's to maintain brotherhood and sisterhood while giving a righteous judgment. Go ahead, brother.
For a sheep. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 2 in the Hebrew. Mama Kafra, Yama Taza'ah, Haganah, Wahaka, Wama, Ayan, Lawa, Damayam, verse 3. Zaraka, Hashamash, Alayawa, Damayam, Lawa, Shalom, Yashalom, Ayan, Lawa, Wana Makar, Baga, Nabtawa, verse 4. Hama Taza'ah, Tama Taza'ah, Bayadawa, Haga Naba, Mashawar, Ide, Hamawar, Ide, Shah, Kayayam, Shanayam, Yashalom. Verse 5. Kaya, Yabahar, Ayash, Shada, Awa, Karam, Washala, Ba'ai, Yara, Waba'ar, Mashada, Akar, Mayata, Shadahawa, Wama Yatar, Karamawa, Yashalom. Verse 6. Kaya, Ta Taza'ah, Ash, Wama Taza'ah, Kwa Tazayam, Wana, Apol, Gadayash, Awa, Akoma, Awa, Hashada, Shalom, Yashalom, Hama Ba'ar, Ha, Haba, Salaki, Haba, Ira. Verse 7, Haya, Yathan, Hayash, Al, Ra'ai, Hawa, Kisa, Hawa, Halayam, Lashamar, Waganam, Mabaya, Ha'ayash, Yamataza'ah, Agonab, Yashalom, Shanayam. Verse 8, La'ah, Yamataza'ah, Agonab, Wana Korab, Ba'al, Habayah, Ha'a, La Hayam, Ra'ah, Shalak, Yadawa, Bamala'ah, Ka, Ra'ai Hawa. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 2 in the English. If the sun be risen upon him, there shall be blood shed for him, for he should make full restitution. If he have nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. Verse 4, the theft be certainly found in his hand alive, whether it be ox or ass or sheep, he shall restore double. Verse 5, if a man shall cause a field of vineyard to be eaten, and shall put it in his feast, and shall feed it another man's field, of the best of his own field, and of the best of his own vineyard, shall he make restitution. Verse 6, if fire break out and catches in thorns, so that the stacks of corn or the standing corn or the field be consumed therewith, he that kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. Verse 7, a man shall deliver unto his neighbor money or stuff to keep, and it be stolen out of the man's house. If the thief be found, let him pay double. Verse 8, if the thief be not found, then the master of the house shall be brought unto the judges to see whether he have put his hand unto his neighbor's goods. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 9 in the Hebrew. Al, Cow, the bar, the shy, Al, Shawar, Al, Hamawar, Al, Shah, Al, Shalamah, Al, Cow, Abadah, Ashar, Ya'amor, Kaya, Hawa'ah, Za, I, Ha'a, Lahayim, Yaba'ah, Debar, Shana, Yahum, Ashar, Yarash, Sha'ain, Alahayim, Yashalom, Shanayim, Lara'ai Hawa. Verse 10, Haya, Yathan, Hayash, Al, Ra'ai, Hawa, Hamawar, Hawa, Shawar, Hawa, Shah, Wakal, Bahama, Lashamar, Wamath, Hawa, Nashabar, Hawa, Nashabah, Ayan, Ra'ah. Verse 11, Shaba'if, Yahweh, Tahayah, Bayan, Shana Yahum, La'ah, Shalak, Yadawa, Bamala'ah, Bamala'akah, Ra'ai Hawa, Walakfa, Ba'ai La Yawa, Wala'ah, Yashalom. Verse 12, Waham, Ganah, Yaganah, Ma'ai Mawa, Yashalom, Laba'ai, La Yawa. Verse 13, Torah, Yatorah, Yaba'ah, Hawa, I, Hata, Rapa, Ra'ah, Yashalom. Verse 14, Wakmiyah, Yasha, Yasha'al, Ayash, Ma'aim, Ra'ai Hawa, Wana Shabor, Hawa, Ma, Ma'ai La Yawa, Ayan, Aimawa, Shalom, Yashalom, verse 15. Ma'ai La Yawa, Aimawa, La'a, Yashalom, Shakayor, Hawa'a, Ba'a, Basha, Hawa'a. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 9 in English. For all manner of trespass, whether it be for ox, for ass, for sheep, for raiment, or for any manner of lost thing which another challenges to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whom the judges shall condemn, whom shall pay double unto his neighbor. Verse 10. If a man deliver unto his neighbor an ass or an ox or a sheep or any beast to keep, and it die or be hurt or driven away, no man seeing it. Verse 11. Then shall an oath of the Lord be between them both, that he hath not put his hand unto his neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept thereof. He shall not make it good. Verse 12. And if it be stolen from him, he shall make restitution unto the owner thereof. Verse 13. If it be torn in pieces, then let him bring it for witness, and he shall not make good that which was torn. Verse 14. And if a man borrow out of his neighbor, and it be hurt or die, the owner thereof being not with it, he shall surely make it good. Verse 15. But if the owner thereof be with it, he shall not make it good. If it be an hired thing, he came for his hire. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 16 in the Hebrew. Wakiyah, Yapatha, Ayash, Batha, Wala, Ashar, La'a, Arashah, Washakah, Aimah, Mahar, Yamah, Harana, Lawa, La'asha, verse 17. Ma'an, Yama'an, Abiyah, Latha, Latha, Lawa, Kasa, Yashapal, Kamahar, Hapatho, Walaf, verse 18. Makaj, Shika, La'a, Tha, Kaya, verse 19. Cow, Shaka, Ain, Bahama, Mawaf, Yawamah, verse 20. Sabak, La'a, Lahayim, Yakaram, Balafia, La Yahweh, Lavadawa, verse 21. Magar, La'a, Tawana, Wala'a, Tala Ka, Taza Nawa, Kaya, Garayum, Haye, Yaya Thumb, La'a Rasaza, Ma Tazarayum. Verse 22. Cow, Allah, Mana, Waha, Thawam, La'a, Tha'ai, Nawan. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 16 in English. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
Uh-oh. What we read about the law about now, Darash? There we go. Let's get it.
If a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
That is not what?
That is not betrothed.
What does that mean, not betrothed? You understand? Not betrothed. This is a single sister. Betrothed means like engaged, if in a sense, if you want to say. She doesn't belong to anybody. She hasn't been promised off to any man. And notice it says maid here. This is a woman. Ain't no Steve on Steve, none of that nonsense. All right, read it again.
And if a man entice a maid
Uh-huh.
that is not betrothed,
There's not betrothed. She's not engaged. She's not promised off to. She's not someone's wife. It doesn't say wife here. It says betrothed. What happens? Read on. You got definition? Go ahead.
the Merriam-Webster definition of betrothed, engaged to be married.
Well, what do you know? You approach your sister at the bar. She has no ring on. You ask her, does she have a man? I do not have a man. Are you seeing anybody? You have a boyfriend, what they call in the world. No, I don't. I'm single. Me, myself, and I. Like Beyonce, right? That sister's not betrothed. She don't belong to nobody. You understand? Go ahead, brother. Read on.
And lie with her.
Yeah, you put that game down on her. You lay your Mac down and you lay with her, have sex with her. What happens next, Darash?
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Congratulations, you're married. That is now your wife. You got a single sister, a maid, a young woman of marriageable age. You understand? Or a woman of whatever age she is. That she's not betrothed. She don't belong to nobody. She's single. Notice right there, it didn't say nothing about if you was a married man or not. Did you read that, Darash? Or you had 3 or 4 wives already? I ain't read none of that in there. You can't say you believe in this Bible and cherry pick what the hell you want to believe in. It's right here in front of us. If you lay with a woman that's not betrothed, you should do what?
And lie with her.
Uh-huh.
He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
You're married now. Now you're going to die to be a wife. You can't just have sex with her and throw her away. You Uber outside. Shalom. None of that nonsense. You don't make somebody's daughter a whore, man. You put your, you know what in her, that's your wife now. You congratulations, you own it. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 17. If her father utterly refused to give her unto him, he shall pay money according to the dowry of virgins.
Yeah, you're going to pay the dowry. And you're going to pay the dowry. Go ahead. Because it's a right way to do things. He was supposed to go to the father first. But he, was enticed by this maid. He laid his Mac down and he had sex with her before going to the father. You're still going to pay that dowry. You make it right. Go ahead. The word dowry. Mm-hmm. You're going to pay the dowry according to the father, man, because you already taken his property. Go ahead.
The money, goods, or estate that a woman brings to her husband in marriage.
That's right. You understand? That's what it's speaking about right here. Go ahead.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Now it's moving on to more laws. Now it says not suffer a witch to live. What is a witch? Look at the definition of a witch. You know what witch is from, just every day watching cartoons and movies and spooky ookie. See some long-nosed old woman with a big old pot, just stirring witch's brew, flying on a broomstick, long nose with a hat, usually eating children or casting some spell. What do you got, Darash?
Merriam-Webster's definition of witch, a person, especially a woman.
Especially a what?
Especially a woman.
Well, it could be a person. In the male version is a warlock, but go ahead.
Who is credited with having usual malignant supernatural powers.
Malignant supernatural. Who's credited with having special malignant powers? Okay. There's more on that. Go ahead.
Definition 2. A woman who is believed to practice usually black magic.
Usually black magic. Okay, go ahead.
Often with the aid of a devil.
Oh. Or familiar sorceress. Okay. Any more? What are some characteristics of witches? You understand? Because you might be looking at somebody at your job and she's like, I'm a witch. And she has a collar shirt on and some pants. You're like, okay, she doesn't fit the, description of a witch. Or a man might say he's a witch or a warlock. Go ahead. Manipulation. Okay, I'll take that. What else? What does the Bible say about suffer a witch to live? Any more on that? Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death.
Now, suffering a witch to live, witches in the Walt Disney World, you know, they put this kind of a lure on them to make you look for flying broomsticks. You know, old woman in a cabin somewhere. That's not what witchcraft is or being a witch is. You understand? Your local drug dealer's a damn witch, man. That's a witch, man. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. You sitting over a pot whipping up what? Dope. You cutting that fentanyl. You cutting that cocaine with creatine and all kind of other nonsense, aspirin and baking soda. You understand? You making a potion, and it got you hooked. Those fiends are your customers coming back and forth, and you destroying their lives. And you sell, like Darash said, manipulation. You're gonna sell. Sometimes you manipulate them and tell them they're getting something, and they ain't getting that. How many stories I heard about a brother going to get some weed, and he goes and gets more than he can bargain for. He gets some laced weed, or some he's going to get a pill to go dance and party. He gets heroin. Now he's hooked for life. Your local drug dealers are witches, man. The same characteristics. Whipping up potions. Go ahead, Bronchio. Uh-huh. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. That's right. Right. And they will. Mm-hmm. That's right. Right. All that Egypt. Right. No, Bonkial's right, man. You fraternity and sorority knuckleheads, you know, laying in caskets, playing with nonsense, old pagan, ancient Chaldean, Babylonian occultism, drawing hexagrams, you know, dibbling and dabbling and nonsense, all that witchcraft, man. You trying to tap into Satan until he pop up on you in the form of a police officer and blow your damn head off. Yeah, look at the Christmas tree. That's witchcraft. Easter egg hunt. You a lot of you Christians practicing witchcraft right now. Your grandma will sit up there and made the egg. She the head witch. Got all the kids back there, you know, and if you was poor like us back in the day, you couldn't afford these good Easter eggs like they got now. We had boiled eggs. I remember sitting at the table with my grandma and them used to get boiled egg. Go ahead, Ayathon. We used to get cartons of eggs, and we used to paint them. Watercolor paint, pastel colors, light blue, pink, whatever, paisley. And we used to go hide the boiled eggs. And when you find an egg, you just peel it off and eat it. You had so much boiled eggs come out your ears, it wasn't fun. And then you go to the white side of town. They had the nice plastic eggs with actual chocolate and good candies and money in it.
Hey, but if I could,
and
sir,
then go ahead.
Well, nobody looking for them eggs you can eat. They was looking for that money egg.
Yeah, that golden egg.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one they wanted for real.
Like the golden calf. You want that gold? You see the parallels? Right. You know, nigga, you put gold on so a nigga lose his mind. Go ahead, Ithar.
I was gonna say, you know, them birthdays, man, where you have to turn the lights down low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The candles and the chanting of the birthday theme, the name, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, you know. That's witchcraft. Then
that's
you
right.
blow the candles out, everybody gather together in your name.
Yeah. See, these are forms of witchcraft. Being a witch, you said, I will not suffer a witch to live. Why not? You can't bring that nonsense to Israel. We don't play that. You know, we don't play witchcraft in Israel, man. We serve the most high power. There is no power higher than. What are you trying to tap into? Birthday candles, a birthday cake. And lately, you see a birthday, just know someone's getting killed. You see a birthday party, run away from a birthday party, Israel. Right. You hear anything about a birthday bash or celebration, go the opposite way. Somebody's going to die that night. Somebody's going to die on Easter weekend. It's going to be a bloody weekend. Easter egg hunt. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen this weekend. There's going to be a lot of killings this weekend for Easter, man. A lot of kids are going to be molested. You understand? A lot of people are going to be unalive because they're disobeying God, man. And he's not playing anymore. He's putting it right in our faces. We'll not suffer witchcraft. My brother's just speaking out right now about all the different forms of witchcraft and being a witch, including your local dope man, your drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Practicing witchcraft, getting high, selling weed, drugs, pills, cocaine, heroin, meth. Go ahead. That's what they say. But how can they prove Erykah Badu's a witch? You prove somebody what they do. You prove a witch by what she does, he or she does. You understand? Trying to cast spells and all this nonsense. It's ridiculous in this place. You know, he said, painting we said paint I remember boiled eggs, man. Poor as hell, wasting food. All because we have to get our fix of good old pagan worship. You understand? We better stop this nonsense, man. We got to stop being children in this place. Start to serve the Most High in Christ, man, in truth and in spirit. And he ain't giving no spirit of Easter or being a damn witch. That's going to get you unalived in this place. Any more on that, Darash? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 20. He that sacrifices unto any god, save unto the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed.
Yeah, you celebrate your birthday. Who the hell's the God for that day? You are. You are. Go ahead, fire that grill up. Everybody sing happy birthday in a remix. How old are you? All that. I didn't see them put all kind of spin. I done heard a new birthday song the other day. Blow them candles out. Make your wish. It might be your last one. Go ahead.
He shall be utterly destroyed.
Utterly destroyed, man. Life is going to be in shambles. You wonder why your kids are all messed up? You want to know why your house is a mess? You want to know why you can't get healed? You can't get no respite? That's why. You're a sinner. You're a witch. You're practicing all kind of nonsense paganism, man. Go ahead, Darash.
21. Thou shalt not vex a stranger, nor oppress him. For ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Verse 22. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 23 in the Hebrew. I-na, ta'ad-na, atwa, kaya, taza'ak, ya, taza'ak, aliyah, shemai, Ashamai, Tazai, Wa, verse 24. Waka, Wakara, Apaya, Laha, Wagatya, Aftum, Baka, Bakara, Waha Yawa, Nasha, Yakum, Alamana, Wath, Waba, Nayakum. Yatha, Mayum, verse 25. Kasap, Talawa, Imaya, Ha'aina, Ha'ainaya, Amaka, La'a, Tahaya, Lawa, Kanasha, La'a, Tasha, Lama 1, Allah, Yawa, Nashika, verse 26, Kabal, Lakabal, Shalamah, Raika, I, Ba'a, Hashamash, Dasha, Yaba, Nawa, Lawa, verse 27, Kaya, Hawa'a, Basa, Watha, Lamada, Hawa'a, Shamal, Laqwa, La'iro, Rawa, Mama, Yashakab, Wahaya, Kaya, Ya Taza, Ike, Aliyah, Yasha, Slakia, Washa, Mai Thaya, Kaya, Kana 1, Aniyah, verse 28, Alahayam, Ba'a, Aqua, Lakwalo, Wanash, Shaya'a, Bahai, Makkah, La'a, Sa'ar, verse 29, Mala'a, Fa, Mala'a Taka, Mala'atha ka, wada ma'aika, la'a, ta'kar, maka, makawar, manayika, ta'thun, laya. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 23 in English. If thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry in awe unto me, I will surely hear their cry. Verse 24. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fathers. Verse 25. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an unsurer, neither shalt thou lay upon him unsurely. Verse 26. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto him by that the sun goeth down. Verse 27. For that is his covering, only it is his raiment for the skin, wherein shall the sheep sleep, and it shall come to pass, when he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious. Verse 28. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people.
Did you pass the usury? Did you say usury yet? Verse 25. That's, you know what that is, right? Read that again. This is important, man.
Verse Exodus chapter 22, verse 25. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer.
Who does that now? That Esau, Amalek especially. He's key for that. That's putting interest on something, man. You can't borrow money from the devil without him marking it up 100,000 points. You borrow 500, you're gonna pay $3,500 back. Think about a nasty payday loan. Your baby crying, need formula, you need this, you need gas in your car, and you go online and say, man, I get paid in 2 days. I just need to make it in 2 days, but I gotta have it right now. Go ahead, what's the definition?
This is the Merriam-Webster's definition of usury. That's U-S-U-R-Y. The lending of money with an interest charged.
With a what charged?
With an interest.
Charged
for its use.
Right, man. You don't do that to your brother. Now, in the Goldstein and Goldberg land, the fake Jew, who calls himself Jewish, they don't do that to each other, but they will do it to your black ass. You will be paying interest. So much interest, you're going to drown in it. They did that on the plantations. Go back and listen to some of these old slave narratives. And even when they became, after slavery was abolished, quote unquote, the 13th Amendment kicks in, a lot of these became sharecroppers. They stayed on the land. And they were in so much debt for going to the local store, man, that they had to keep working for years just to pay off potatoes and sugar and pants and pieces of leather just to get basic necessities. Oh, I'll sell this sugar to you, Mabel, but it's going to cost you. And she's like, well, how much more? Well, it's 10 cents. You got to pay me 50. You think she's ever going to be able to pay that, getting 2 cents a day? How? See, now you fast forward to 2025, and these times, you're going to take out a loan for $1,000. You're going to pay back 10. You love your brother some money. You don't put interest on it. This ain't no movie. You ain't Big Worm. You let a nigga $50. He pay you back 50. You don't tell him, man, you 2 weeks late. Now you owe me $250. That's something the devil would do, and that's not of our culture. You better thank the Lord for being such a real nigga, man. I'd rather serve a God like him any day that has rules and laws that keep us a functioning society and not trying to kill each other. That usually causes you to do more crime. Because how you going to pay it? You're going to drown. That's why they call it drowning in debt. You're going to die. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 26. If thou at all take thy neighbor's raiment to pledge, thou shalt deliver it.
You take a brother's fly garment or something, like, oh, this worth some money. All right, you're going to do this for me. I'm going to hold this until you get done. And you don't give it back to him before the sun goes. He done with the work. Give his garment back. You just like that. That's the spirit of Esau. It's what they do. Heathen nations do this to Africans, East Indians. Chinaman, Japanese. We're not a lawless culture. Even every tidbit that you're reading right here are things that have been done before in the past that we are not to do when the Most High gives us this kingdom. Even now, while we're in captivity, we're supposed to keep these laws and rules, man. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 26. Thou shalt deliver it unto him by that the sun goeth down. Verse 27. For that is his covering only. If it is his raiment for his skin, wherein shall he sleep?
Yeah. I've seen this at dice games. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, gamble the shirt off your back. Send a nigga home with socks on, up the block with boxers and socks. Come on, man. Don't do your brother like that, man. Give it back, man. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that he crieth unto me, that I will hear, for I am gracious.
Yeah, he cried to the Lord. You mistreat kids and strangers that come to you for help, and you do this nonsense to the children of Israel, and they're crying to the Lord will kill you, man. The Lord is going to deal with you swiftly. Go ahead, brother.
28. Thou shalt not revile the gods, nor curse the ruler of thy people. Verse 29. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors, and the firstborn of thy sons shalt thou give unto me. The book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 30 in the Hebrew. Khan, the I.S.U.P.K, La Shoraka, La Taza'ah, Naka, Shaba Ike, Yum Yum, Yahaya, Ain, Amawa, Vayawam, Asha, Mayanaya, Fa Noah, Naya, verse 31, Wa'a, Nashaya, Wadash, Baha, Yawam, Yawan, Aya, Wabashar, Mashada, Tamapa, La'a, Ta'a, Kalawa, Laka, Lakala, Dasha, La, Kawan, Aqua. Book of Exodus, chapter 23, starting at verse 1 in the Hebrew. La'a, Dasha'a, Shemai, Shawa'a, Al, Lasha, Yadaka, Ain, Rashai, Lahayat, I, Hamas. Verse 2. La'a, the Haya, Akoria, Rabayum, Narai, Ike, Wala'a, the Aina, Al, Rab, Lanatat, Akoria, Rabayum, Lahatat. Verse 3. Wadal, La'a, Tahadar, Maria Moa. Verse 4. Kaya, Tapagai, Shawar, I.S.U.P.K, Awa, Kamawa, Ta'ai, Asha, Dasha, Ya, Banwa, Lawa. Verse 5. Kaya, Dara'a, Kamawar, Shana'aka, Rabat Tazah, Taka, Masha, Awa, Waka, Dalak, Ma'aizar, Lawa, Izar, the Izar, Imawa. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 22, starting at verse 30 in English. Likewise, thou shalt thou do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his dam. On the 8th day thou shalt give it me. Verse 31. And ye shall be holy men unto me. Neither shall ye eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field, we shall cast it to the dogs. The book of Exodus chapter 23, verse 1 in English. Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not raise a false report.
All you fake ass Israelites out there that's always says something wrong about Commander General YAHANNA, you're breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt not raise a false report.
Talking about Commander General YAHANNA done distorted money from General Muhammad. Thou shalt not what?
Not raise a false report.
Saying Commander General YAHANNA got kicked out of whatever city he got kicked out of. Thou shalt not what? Saying that we do all these wicked ass things that we do not do. Thou shalt not what?
Raise a false report.
And this is why we call you fake Israelites. Because all y'all do is raise false reports. Instead of going to that man and that man alone, you want to run your goddamn mouth like little women. You understand? Instead of coming to him and saying these things, you want to put it on there, but then you caught with a goddamn peg in your ass. Salaki. You understand? You want to say all these things about our captain, Captain Nazaria, when he's done nothing but been a stalwart in his goddamn truth. He's the most accessible captain out there. You understand? Besides the other captains that we have. And y'all do what? Read that one more time so they can hear you in the back.
Not raise a false report.
Y'all raised a false report against the I.S.U.P.K. Right. They did the same thing to Christ, so we must be doing something right. You understand? And it's so heavy what Christ said when he said it that what? The law hinges on two things. We love the Most High. It's like love the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul. You know what it says. But love thy neighbor as we love thyself. This is what the laws is saying. So if you're raising a false report against us, then you hate your goddamn self. That's your damn problem right there. You can't look in the mirror and see that you're a messed up individual yourself. So now you're trying to bring everybody else down. Can you read this? Look.
Put not thine hand with the wickedness to be an unrighteous.
Oh my goodness. You already know that. Huh? You got GLCC, got them heathens in their group. You understand? Them purple lavender lads going to Africa. They done got kicked out of Africa, huh? They went to, they got ran out of Africa, but they putting their hand with the wicked though. Because the same Africans that they trying to talk about or trying to love, they call us a kata. Call it what? A cotton picker. I seen a video with this wicked behind leader of the purple lavender lads talking about when Captain Tazaria was talking to Sinetta saying that he wouldn't feed the African. This silly Negro, he don't know what he talking about. Don't he know that these are our people? Where? I thought it says that the Lord put a difference between us and the Egyptians. Wouldn't the Egyptians be the Africans today? This is why we telling y'all we are the home of the truth, man. These brothers don't know the Bible. This same man that's telling you that, he also was wearing purple when he was in the I.S.U.P.K. Lo and behold that. And if I'm not mistaken, the rise, won't something purple was what the Romans wore when they was in the life of Christ? Huh? Then your wife is the one that came up with the color of your garments, but you're supposed to be the leader. No, your wife is the leader. That's the problem. Read on.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2, in English. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgments. Verse 3, neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. Verse 4, if thou meet thine enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him again. Verse 5, if thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help.
That's nothing but brotherhood, man. This is the Lord is telling us, if you see a brother that's struggling and you hating this brother, he said you better get your ass up and help that brother. You understand? That's brotherhood, man. You understand? But it's not saying that about a heathen. Am I right? It's because, good night. We can see a heathen struggling all day. We're going to walk right past him like he ain't sugar, honey, iced tea. But now if I see my brother, read that one more time from the top. I don't think they heard you, brother. It's a lock here.
23, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Thou see the ass of him that hated thee lying under his burden.
So you see the ass that hated thee lying under his burden. So this ass is a brother. It belongs to a brother that you had to have an ill will with. You understand? Read on. Meaning you're going to restrain yourself. You're not going to help him. But listen to what the Lord said to do, though. You better help him. You better help him. Because you know what? Now you can gain your brother. You might have hatred, or that brother might have hatred for you. But you bring that ass back to that brother. Hey, Salaki, brother. Hey, look, I know we got an alt between each other, but look, I mean, I brought you your ass. You have gained your brother. That brother might be like, hey, yo, the water, and have a drink with you, and now you've gained your brother. Ain't no different with what Christ was saying in Matthew 18 and 15. You understand? If you got an alt with your brother, go to him and him alone. You understand? But the Old Testaments, they love to hate on Christ. But Christ was reading from the Old Testament. All he had was the Old Testament. And these are the laws that he was quoting, reciting. You understand? Read on, Salaki.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23, starting at verse 6 in Hebrew. La'ah, Tatah, Mashapat, Abba, Yanaka, Bariyah, Bawa, verse 7. Ma, Dabar, Shakwar, Tharakwa, Wana, Koya, Wa, Taza, Yak, Al, Taha, Raga, Kaya, Ra'a, Taza, Yak, Rashad, verse 8. Washaka, La'a, Takwa, Kaya, Asha, Ashaka, Ya'ai, War, Aqua, Kayum, Waya, Salah, Double Riyah, Taza, Ya, Kayum, verse 9. Wagor, La'a, Tala, Ka, Taza, Wa'athum, Yada I, Thumb, Af, Napash, Agor, Kaya, Garayum, Haya Yathum, Ma'aratza, Mataza Rayum, verse 10. Washash, Washasha, Salaka, Washasha, Sanayum, Za, Salaka, Zazarai, Af, Ara, Tazaka, Wa'a, Sapaf, Ah, Tabawa, Afa, verse 11. Waha, Shabbat, Ya'if, Tasha, Matana, Wana, Tasha, Tha, Wa'a, Halawa, Abiyah, Naya, Imaka, Waya, Tharum, Ta'a, Khal, Kayaf, Hashada, Kun, the I.S.U.P.K, Laka, Ramaka, Lazat, YAHANNA, verse 12. Shabbat, Shashak, Salakya, Yum, the I.S.U.P.K, Ma'ai, Shayaka, Wabiyah, Wom, Asha, Maya, Ayah, Tashabath, Lama'ain, Yanawa, Shala, Shawa, Waka, Mawaka, Waya, Napash, Bun, Amathaka, Waha, Wakagor. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, starting at verse 6 in English. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. Verse 7. Keep thee far from the false matter, an innocent and righteous slave thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. Verse 8. But thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous. Verse 9. Also thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for he shall know the heart of a stranger, seeing you were strangers in the land of Egypt.
Now I understand, because they always try to say these strangers are other nations. Just like they try to compare the Gentiles. This stranger is still our people. And it even says, seeing, what was that last part it said?
Seeing ye were strangers in the land of Egypt.
So now you know it's talking about the children of Israel, man. You understand? Read on.
Verse 10. And 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and gather the fruits thereof. Verse 11. For the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still, that the poor of thy people may eat. And what they leave, the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thine vineyard.
And real quick, it's heavy about farming and things like that, right? You understand? Esau never gives the land a time to rest or to heal. Even the land has the rest, and all he do is just plant. It says, 6 years thou shalt sow thy land and shalt gather the fruits therein, but the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still. Good night. Why you think we got all these GMOs and things like that? You understand? Now I fully understand when the scripture says, when the wicked, or what it say, when the earth, what it say, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. But it says, when you understand the wicked bear rule, the people will mourn. You understand? But when the people, you understand what the righteous rule, that the people rejoice. You understand? Roughly paraphrasing. Even the earth is mourning right now because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speak of, man. Fishing on, man.
Verse 11. For the 7th year thou shalt let it rest and lie still. The poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave, the beasts of the field shall eat. In like manner thou shalt deal with thine vineyard and with thine olive yard. Verse 12. 6 days thou shalt do thy work, and on the 7th day thou shalt rest, that thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the son of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed.
Just up here in my gym.
Shalom.
Men of Israel, gird ourselves to salute the Torah. Sisters are Marvin. Whopping your Kodam and turn and face the east. Get ready to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathalanao, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak now, Kabawat now, Kasalak now, Kabawati now, Wala'ah, Tabi'aya now, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashaya now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakut, Waha'ala, Watapawat, Lawalumium, Aman.
In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, to forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Baba Kashah. The Thulanah. Hakak. Hakak. Larpa'ah. Kalmakala. Wakal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamat Zarayim. Hakak. Lahaquium. Hamathium. Hakak. Arakawat. Hatam Allah. Lagar Shun. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, name me Yahushua. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Name me Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
This is the prayer for the blessings of Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barak Lanao, Wayash Allah, Wahabiyath, Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water Aman. What we just said in the English is Yahweh in the name of Yahushai, bless us in Israel and the school in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayunya, Ahaharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ai, Izaria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Shemayim, Slaki, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratazah, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tzorka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Atnapaska, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayata, Wa'ayat Ayulam.
In the English, I will lift up my eyes into the hills. From whence comes my help? My help comes from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. This time forth, even evermore.
The book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Al Yabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Washamana'a, Yaka, Nasha'a, Wara'ash, Al Aimaka, Yairayam Wa, Sawad, Wayata, Ya'ai Tazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Salakia, Laba Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bariyath, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Westma'ayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wa'ima Lak, Palashath, Amyashabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Ashalahum, Kamajim, Kasayasa Ra'a, Kayabian, Bonakho, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayamawa, Ka'irab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kalnasayakamba, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Ka'ash, Taba Ira Yaira, Wakala Haba, Talahat, Harayum, Kantaradatma, Basiraka, Wabasawa Patka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Punyahum, Kuala One, Wayabakwaswa, Sumka, Yahawa, Yabaswa, Wayabahawa, Aid, Wayakapawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kayata, Sumka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Alkaha Rataza.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. The name of Yasha may be no more remembrance. They are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sarah, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished and endured. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, like Zeheb. Yea, all their princes, as Abah, and as Amuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burnt the wood, as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their face with shame. They may seek thy name. Oh, Yahweh, let them be confounded and trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish. And men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth.
This is the prayer for the power, instruction, blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Miyaka Alam, Wa Alahayim, Batazabiyah, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Koziyam, Ha Koyoyim, Wa Agwatyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman.
In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, the angels, commanded during YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, troopers, and assistants. Yahweh, name Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
So be it. Sorry, man, in turn. Sisters, just shout, you mean to be seated, Baba Kasha. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, my Shabbat, I march Barak, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Yahyamatah, sorry, men, in turn. Sisters, I imagine men and stand, Baba Kasha. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, my Shabbat, I march Barak, Yahweh Shemal, Taba, Shibbi, Yahweh Shai. Yahyamatah, Sabbath dismissed.